DA and the judge, they're committing a crime as well. They should be indicted. Absolutely, they should be indicted. President Trump, what crime has President Trump committed? I'm going to tell you what crime President Trump has committed.
Running for office.
Loving America.
Oh, there you go.
That's the crime President Trump committed. Loving America. And because President Trump is putting everything on the line for this country, the Democrats have taken it upon themselves to try to work really hard, night and day, to try to take out President Trump. And all they had to do was leave the man alone. Just ignore him. They would have done better had they just ignored President Trump. And I've said this so many times. I've repeated it so many times. And everyone agrees. But see, they can't do that because they know that we're going to continue to support President Trump. And long as we're continuously supporting President Trump, and this is the reason why they're going after him, because he's in the way of us. He's in the way. So they come up with all these schemes. They keep thinking, how can we get President Trump? How can we take him out? Do we want to look like we're a third world country going after President Trump? Do we really want to look like that? And a lot of these leftists say, well, you know what? If we don't get him, he's going to get us. So we have to get him. Another term of President Trump means that he's going to come in and he's going to arrest people that actually committed crimes. This is what they're terrified of. This is what they don't want to see. And as I've always repeated to everyone, and most of y'all that's seen this, and if there's any newcomers on here, thank you so much for being here. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up and share and like the video. Like the video and subscribe to the channel. Follow the channel. Okay, now what I was getting to is like James Comey. James Comey, when I say that, you know, these people, they always say that President Trump is going to lock up his political rivals. They're saying President Trump is he's going to become a dictator. He's going to go after everyone that he disagrees with. Everyone that he believes that broke the law. He's going to use the court system against us, the American people. And you know who the main one saying this? James Comey came out, the failed former FBI director. He's on here saying, and this was maybe 6 months ago, maybe even 8 months ago, that he came out and actually said this, that President Trump is going to come get us. He's going to get us. He's going to go after all of the people that broke the law, and he's going to put them in jail. And, you know, this has never happened before because us as Democrats, we get to break the law and nothing happens to us. Well, President Trump, a second term of President Trump means that he's going to get us. Listen to what James Comey said. And I want to say this was maybe 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. Don't hold me to it. But I want y'all to listen to what he said back then. And then I have another one that I want to share with you of James Comey here recently. You can't make this up. Dude is shaking in his boots for what's to come for him and these Democrats.
What are the principal points of danger within the Justice Department if there's another Trump presidency, given his nature, given what you know about him?
He is a threat to the rule of law in America. To me, that's what this election is about.
Okay, hold on. This is the one that came. This was the one that was here recently. Yeah. This was the recent one, and then I'm gonna share the other one with you that was about 6 months ago.
Not about policy differences. It's about what kind of country are we going to be. If he has the ability, smarter than he was last time, to use the power of the Department of Justice and the FBI to target his enemies, especially, the rule of law in America will change in a way we haven't seen in our lifetime.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Are we supposed to act like only Trump is going to do this? See, this proves my point. What I've been telling to every last person that's watching, even on the replay. I've told people time and time again, look, I'm going to demonstrate how I do it. See, the Democrats, they're telling everyone, because they see everyone over here on the left, your left, right? Here, let me do it like this. You see everybody over here, right, on the left, right? And you see the criminal activity taking place over here on the left. You see it happening. This is your left, my right. And then because the stupid people on the left see all the criminal activity going after President Trump, trying to put him in jail, going after the political rivals, putting Americans in jail because of political beliefs, because they're following the Constitution. They're doing all of this to us. And then the stupid people on the left, they go, well, Trump is going to put you in the court system. They're going to go after you. They're going to do it with the Constitution. They're going to put you in prison, go after your political rivals. And stupid people over here believe it because they actually see it happen. Does anyone, now do you understand what I'm trying to say when I say that? I hope I'm explaining that. Listen.
When you say target his enemies, how would he do that?
Well, I think the first thing he would do is he would express it in his first term as a wish. I want people to go after so-and-so. I want people to go after.
Did y'all hear what he just said there? See, my producer, she caught this earlier when we got this clip. I'm going to play it again. How many of y'all would be upset with President Trump being in office for 3 terms? Because you can only be in office for 2. But he's telling everybody in President Trump's first up-and-coming term, this is what he's saying. This is James Comey. And this was recent. See, he's talking about discussion right on the other side. It says discussion 2024. This was recent. He's talking about President Trump's first term, what he's going to do, and then what he's going to do in the second term. Maybe he just misspoke, but hey, Comey is supposed to be a little bit more. Maybe he has some Bidenitis. Maybe he has Bidenitis going on in his brain cells. But listen to him. I'm going to play it again. Listen carefully because he said what President Trump is going to do in his first term, and then he's going to proceed to talk about what President Trump is going to do in his second term.
He would express it in his first term as a wish. I want people to go after so-and-so. I want people to go after Andrew McCabe, the former deputy director of the FBI. In his second term, he would go a step further, I'm highly confident, and say, I want him criminally investigated. And he was close to the bottom of the barrel in his appointees last time. He'll be at the very bottom. And those are the people who carry out that order.
Wow. Y'all seeing this? So President Trump's first term, this is what he said he's going to do. He's going to have people arrested like Andrew McCabe and all these other corrupt criminal FBI agents, right? And not just them, all of the ones who's violated the law, who took the law and they weaponized it against the American people, right? He's going to go after them in his first term. And I like the idea. I think this is the only time that James Comey and I will agree on something. I have no issues with it. So President Trump, when he comes in office this November for his first term, hey, James Comey said it, not me. I'm with it though. He's going to get all these people and arrest them. And then President Trump's second term, which in reality will be his third term, then he's going to set the country straight. And none of these tyrants will be able to do anything to stop it again. You understand what I'm saying? But be honest with you, I don't think President Trump, after he completes these 4 years that's coming up, I think President Trump is going to be done. I think he's going to be happily done, and he's going to pass the mantle on to the next person. I really think that's the case, because President Trump said, okay, I've done enough. I've done my part. I need for you to step up. But see, that's for when it comes to all of us too. Every last one of us, we have to step up our game. And you know what? A lot of people think that you're not doing your part. Let me give you an example. Sharing this video right now is an act of doing your part. And it's not just my video. It's other people's videos that you see supporting President Trump. And if we just imagine right now, we have 750 people watching this right now. Bear with me for 1 second. Imagine if 750 people right now took this video and shared it on X. 700 other people would see it and it would go viral. Just think about that. Now, look, I'm talking about all of us that love this country. We have to do our part. We have to do our part. And as small as you think that is, it does a lot. Now, here's the other one I was talking about with James Comey. This one was about 6 months, 8 months ago. Again, don't hold me to it. But listen to what he said, because on this one, he was talking to Jen Psaki. Sock it to you, sock it to me. Listen to this, because back then he was even saying that, look, if Trump is going to come get us, He's going to get us. He was singing the same tune then like he's singing now. Listen.
You said that Trump poses a near existential threat to the rule of law. And this is something, similar language that I hear privately from national security officials, some people you and I both know, who will say this privately about what a second term could mean. But tell me a little bit about the specifics of what he could try to do. What do you mean by that?
Well, think about what 4 years of a retribution presidency might look like. He could order the investigation and prosecution of individuals who he sees as enemies. I'm sure I'm on the enemies list.
What is Joe Biden doing? See, now listen to this. Because when I played this again earlier today and I was sitting there listening to it and I'm like, is he talking about Joe Biden? Because everything he's sitting there saying, he's speculating on what President Trump was doing, will do, but Joe Biden's actually doing it. What'd you say?
Yeah. But yeah, Biden's already doing it.
Biden is actually doing what Comey is talking about right now.
They seek retribution from Trump because they are so mad at him. He was trying to pull us out of the global system.
Yes.
Right? And then he saw what the global agenda for America and he started turning it around. He was like, oh no, we're doing America first. And that angered them.
Yeah, it angered them to no end. Listen to the rest of this.
Because the president constitutionally does oversee the executive branch entirely, which includes the Department of Justice, prosecutors and investigators. And so he could direct that individuals be pursued. He could also direct all kinds of other.
Hold on real quick. Let me say thank you really quick. Who is that?
Patty Vest.
Thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that Rumble rant. Thank you so much for the blessing to the LFA family here. Thank you so much. I just had to come in really quick because I want to make sure it was on the screen. Thank you so much for the blessing. Here we go.
I'm sure I'm on the enemies list. Because the president constitutionally does oversee the executive branch entirely, which includes the Department of Justice, prosecutors and investigators. And so he could direct that individuals be pursued. He could also direct all kinds of other conduct that people would maybe take to court to try to stop. But who enforces court orders?
I mean, really? Now, let me remind you, this was, I think this was before the first indictment came down, wasn't it? If I'm not mistaken, this was the first fraudulent indictment that came down on President Trump. Comey was on MSDNC saying this. Basically, he's saying that if we don't get Trump now, he's going to come get us. They need to be got. Every last one of them, they need to go to prison.
Mostly the United States Marshals Service, which is in part of the executive branch and reports to the president. And so President Trump could say, I don't care what the Supreme Court says or these district judges say. I'm telling the Marshals Service, don't enforce the court order. And so our Constitution really does give a rogue president, which is what this would be, tremendous power to destroy. And so that's why I'm trying to warn people. Given the way he said he intends to operate if he's reelected, this will be something we could never have imagined. Again, it seems like science fiction in a way, but it's what another 4 years of Donald Trump really promises, which is why people criticize CNN for their town hall. I want the American people to stare at the threat that we're facing and understand that they cannot take the next election off.
I mean, that's rich. That's rich. The nerve, the audacity of this dude to spew out this nonsense like this. As if we're not going to recognize the lies that he's saying. And for the fact that Joe Biden and the Democrats are doing exactly what he was just saying. They're doing that today. I don't know how many times I've tried to tell people I've actually had conversations with other people and they don't grasp what I'm saying. And that's why I'm constantly trying to elaborate on it. Because everything that they're saying that Trump is doing, they're already doing it. They are already doing it.
You like the content Will Johnson is producing? To stay informed and up to date with the current events, go ahead and hit the thumbs up and subscribe to see more videos like this one. Also, to find Will Johnson, visit www.uaf.media.